Hi guys, it's Sandy with Trinity Stamps, and today I have a kind of cheesy birthday card for you. I was looking through some of my old stuff and I thought, boy, you know what? This would make such a cute birthday card. So today I am using the cheesy background stencil, the extra cheese stamp and coordinating dies, along with the cut the cake die set and the coordinating cake layers stencil. All right, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so that you're notified of all the fun little video talented designers do. Okay, let's get started. All right, I am starting off with a cake cut out using the Cut the Cake die set. I am just using the outline of the cake, not the inside part. There's a stencil that coordinates with this particular die set. It is called Cake Layers, and I'm going to be using that to actually decorate this cake rather than use the die cut pieces that come with the set. I've got my cardstock on my Clingy Craft Mate, and I'm going to lay my stencil on top of that. I don't know about you, but I am an extremely messy ink blender. So I'm going to cover up the areas that I don't want to get any of the ink on, like the pedestal of this cake. For the frosting on this cake, I am going to be using my Blending Buddies Sidekick brush along with some candied apple distress oxide ink, and I'm just going to go ahead and layer in my colors for the frosting. Now I want them bold, but I don't want to try to do that all at one time because sometimes you get puddling of ink along those edges of the stencil. So I'm just going to go back and forth and just increase the color by just blending on top of each layer. Before I remove my stencil, I want to make sure that I get my pedestal inked in. So I went ahead and moved that protective tape, but I'm still using a piece of scrap cardstock, and I'm just going to blend that in using Photo Vintage Distress Oxide ink. All right, I've flipped my stencil around and I've placed it over my cake on my little Clingy Craft Mate. Now, when I place my next layer, I like to leave just the teeniest little edge of the first color. That way I don't have any white gaps when I remove the stencil, if that makes any sense at all. All right, for my cake, I am using Antique Linen Distress Oxide ink. And again, I'm just starting light and then building up my color on each pass of the brush. All right, I'm going to create my own pattern background paper for this card. So I'm going to first take a piece of cardstock. It's probably 5.5 by 5.5, and I'm just going to ink in some squeezed lemonade. I just don't want my background to be white, and this is the easiest way to get a little bit of color on my background. All right, I want my background to be kind of like a big block of cheese, so I am using the cheesy background layering stencil. I've put it on my Clingy Craft Mate, and I'm going to go in at those little openings, and I'm going to ink blend in some mustard seed Distress Oxide ink. And then just to add a wee bit more texture to this background, I'm going to rub some mustard seed ink on my glass surface, water that down with some water, and then just spatter my background. I needed a little surface for my little friends to stand on, so I cut a piece of wood grain cardstock, kind of hit it with a little bit of vintage photo oxide ink just to kind of help raise that grain a little bit. I went ahead and just glued it and then trimmed it off to fit the front of my card there. Now, I felt once my ink had kind of settled into the cardstock that my cake really didn't have as much dimension as I wanted it to. So I'm going to go back in with some of my Copic markers and kind of add a little bit of highlighting, a little bit of depth to those things. So the colors I've used to add to the vintage photo color, which is the cake stand, I used E27. The antique linen, I used E42. And then for the candied apple, which is the frosting on the little cake layers, I used R08. And I didn't add a lot to it, but I think it did add something to it. So it's up to you whether or not you'd want to do that. I just thought it was nice, a nice touch. I've used the Brilliant sentiments to heat emboss the sentiment on the front of my card. I've used black embossing powder. Now I want my little cake and my little friends to pop up on the card. So I've got my friends glued to the bottom of my cake, and I'm just going to go along and I'm going to add some little foam dots to the back of that piece just to pop it up a little bit. I created my own card base. I've got a piece of cardstock cut to 5.5 by 8.5, and I went ahead and scored it at 4.25 and gave it a good fold and press with my bone folder. Now I will glue the front of my card to the front of my card base. Now I always like to add an additional panel to the inside of my card. I just think that helps beef up the inside of that card when you compare it to the front of the card. So I've got a panel that I have stamped, and I've used the Brilliant Sentiments again. That panel has been cut to 4 by 5.25. I'll go ahead once I have that stamped, and then I will apply it to the inside of that card. All right, to step up the cuteness level of this particular card, I am going to add some sprinkles to my cake. I am using the shredded cheddar sprinkles, and I am just going to throw some out there on my surface and use my little precision glue gun and just start placing those all over the frosting. And then to fill in that background and give it just a little bit more pizzazz, I am using some gold sparkle spots, and I am just gluing them randomly around the cake. And I just think this is such a cute little card with those cute little cheese peoples. And this is my completed card. Just a recap of what I have used. I have used the Cut the Cake die set along with the coordinating cake layers stencil. For the sentiment, I used Brilliant Sentiments. My little friends are from the Extra Cheese stamp and die set. And the background stencil, the one that makes the cheese, is called the Cheesy Background. I will list and link all the products I use for this card down below. All right, thank you so much for spending time with me today on the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. Go ahead and consider subscribing. That way you are notified when one of our talented designers comes up with another fun little creative video for you. All right, thanks again, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.